Hello my dear YouTube viewers, I'm xnick and finally getting into MTG Arena for by popular demand. More specifically, some of the viewers have asked me when I'm going to play the arena. So this is my second day in the current version of the client. Hopefully we get to keep the cards this time around. So the first day you play, you get a collection of these basic decks. Well, these are very balanced decks. Let's take a look over here. I like the way the decks are done. For instance, Dragon's Fire. We can see here's the deck list. So we have typical red spells with the burn, token generation, and goblins. This deck is geared toward playing some very scary dragon creatures. So this deck is pretty balanced and fun to use. The issue being that the deck is a balanced deck is not going to get you very far against the decks people play. So second day you start receiving more interesting decks. Here for instance the Merfolk's deck is much stronger than any of those other basic ones. Yeah, just because it plays faster. It's a very aggressive deck. So if you are playing with the basic ones, you're going to have a nice time, but it's going to be very difficult to beat the following next. And then the players, of course, made his own deck. So, but I was thinking, what if I can make a deck using the first cards that can stand a chance? Then I decided to make combinations of the trying to overcome the weak points. The weak points. Yeah, overcome the weak points that I find in all those decks. So I started maybe this here, don't I? Yeah, I think. Yeah, yes, that's more like it. So here this blue and black deck that tries to draw lots of cards. That's the main weakness, I believe in the basic decks is the lack of drawing cards. The only one that has a decent amount of drawing is the blue one, but then the playing with a blue deck that doesn't have any counter spells is pretty wimpy. It's not going to get you so far. So here I combined some blue cards with the black. Here we have the best black cards would be the Gravewaker. It's a 6-mana 5/5 flying that has the ability of returning cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped by paying 7 mana, 2 black and 5. So that's a very relevant thing. But then we have the Scholar of Stars. 4 mana 3/2 underpowered, but if you control an artifact, it draws a card. And we have the Arcane Encyclopedia, 3 mana artifact by 3 and tapping we get to draw a card. Very slow, but in all the decks are at this tier are so slow that you can afford to play this. Not optimal, but there's not much better going on in the basic cards than Divination. And finally, black offers us with Murder, a very powerful removal, and Strangling Spores, not so powerful, but still can. This can be used as a combat trick. We only get 2 copies in the basic set, or I should say the first day set. I just want to see how far can you get with the very first cards that you receive. Then this is one of the strongest cards in black. Open the graves. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, you create a 2/2 zombie token. Very powerful. And then blue is doesn't have not many interesting things. Disperse, that can also be used to save your own guys, but probably you are better off letting your guys go into the graveyard anyways. And Waterknot, and Aura enchantment that taps target creature. But notice here that many of the spells have double colored cost, which makes them very difficult to play, and we are playing with only basic lands, so we are sacrificing consistency in these decks So in order to play the best of all the worlds. So these decks can be very powerful, but also are lacking consistency because we don't have the proper lands, and the cards they have very stringent costs. So that's why I'm trying to use as many artifacts as possible, because since they are colorless, we can pay them with anything, any combination of mana that we use. Then let's take a look at save changes. I don't know what I changed. Okay, I don't care. Then here with black and green, we try to overcome the problems in the mana respect with the Leonogor elves, and that can tap for green. Then we also have, what are you, Druid of the Coal. We have seen this in duels. And then we have the Elvish Rejuvenator that it's a very slow way to gain a land advantage, but is the only one accessible at this point in the collection. Of course, we are packing the Arcane Encyclopedia, and then from the black aspect, the same thing, Gravewaker. Lots of flyers in black, because of course that's the main weakness of the green guys. And we have also the Meteor Golem in all the decks are packing this. It's a 7 mana 3/3 creature, very powerful, enter the battlefield ability, destroying target non-land permanent, so that at least if you get to turn 7 and you have this, maybe sometimes it gives you the edge, but in general the card selection is very difficult. And now I made white and green attempt to play. Of course, we are suffering again with the dual white and triple green things, but we have this 8 mana 4/8 flying double strike vigilance trample and indestructible guy. Let's see if we get to play the set alpha somehow. But this white and green it needs more draw. Of course, that I would like to have a way to draw more cards, so we are packing the Arcane Encyclopedia, and then we have this guy, Inspiring Commander. Whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life and draw a card. And if we take a look, our curve is not the best one, but since we have the mana dorks, maybe we get to play all of the juicy stuff. Anyways, we have only 5. So let's see, how do we get in the ladder? As you might expect, I haven't progressed too much. This is just my second day. I think I'm in the bottom of the bronze ladder or something like that. So the good thing is that our opponents hopefully don't have a very powerful decks, but I've seen what I don't like about the current standard is that many players get to develop a turn 3 and 4 giant dinosaurs. If you don't draw the proper removal for the giant dinosaurs, red-green deck is just going to kill you before you get to. So here, look at this. He has a dual land. We're going to. He probably is using a given deck, a deck that was given to him by completing quests and so on. Let's see if we. Oh, look, this here. He already has a card that helps him draw. Why can't I have those? We're going to have to save this to stop something very powerful. So I believe I would like to play the stack here, putting this mana into good use. We have a 4 mana 3/3. Whenever it attacks, taps target defending creature. Target creature defending player controls. No! Why do you... Don't do that. Alright, I think we use Rapid Bite here. Doesn't matter, the enchantment is not preventing that thing. And we are going to play a creature we haven't... Now we want to draw more lands and draw... We want to draw. We cannot do much else. Crystalline Boar. This is also a card that we could add to our deck. Belongs to our basic set. So we are at 19 hit points. The opponent can attack. This can only be blocked by one of our creatures, and we don't have a good blocker. So I think we play another guy. No attackers. And hopefully, if we get to play an attack with the War Leader. 8/8 Flying Trample and Lifelink. Oh no! Good thing I saved my Luminous Horns, or else I could be in deep trouble. We haven't drawn more lands, but we have the elves here. We are not attacking. We probably should have blocked the boar last time. Uh-oh, here comes another one. No, stop! Stop enchanting your large creatures. Ah, lands! Finally, we don't have dual white. No attackers. We need another white mana, such as the Celestia Guide Gate. We can take care of this guy. Only thing I can play. That should settle the game. Vigilance. And well, let's see what happens. We need one more white mana source. Give vigilance to everybody. Other well, let's play this. We are still dead, I guess. Another. Yeah, I don't think I can survive here. I can lose my angel. Yeah, let the opponent finish us. We were so close to cast Digital Primal Dawn, but again we are not getting good. We're losing by card advantage in these games. Let's try once more. See if we can. If we get a bit more lucky here. Probably with this style of decks we have to go all in and do more aggressive mulligans. Come on. Well, we have we're not getting dual white, but we can maybe confront the assault. We have turn 1 and turn 2. Hopefully they survive a little bit, so we get to play something with real power. Vigilance 2/2 elves. So is this an elf? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think I'm not dropping a plains yet, but I might regret. No, I'm going to play the plains. Maybe if I draw something that requires double white that I can play, I'm going to regret. And hiding the white is not going to prove that useful. The same deck. I believe this is exactly the same deck I played just now. Double the whites, no attacks, and next turn we maybe get the confront. Another enchantment. The opponent gets to draw, gets to attack for 4. We are not well. We have this. Do it. I haven't noticed. We had the mana. We just needed to wait for the opponent to attack us. There we are. That was important. Okay. This has vigilance, so take vengeance is not going to work, but we're going to drop Serra's Guardian, and hopefully the opponent does not put an enchantment on the angel. What is that? A legendary creature. You planeswalkers you control and other creatures you control have hexproof. We can't use. But the guy itself doesn't have the hexproof. Okay. Good. We're going to attack with this. It happens to have vigilance. So we have a free attack. It's a flyer, so the opponent cannot even block. And he's just top decking lands, and that's it. We interrupted the draw, and that's pretty much game over for the opponent. Just in case, we're going to play this on this bad boy. All attack. Everybody has vigilance, so attacking. Yeah. The opponent probably drew another land. Yay! But we haven't played our big guy. Probably we are not getting. The hopes to playing such a large creature are either we draw all our mana acceleration spells and we can get to play it very, very early in the game, or we played a long and high endurance game. This is a good opener, but we don't have anything. We don't have a plan. We just ramp and hope to draw something large. But I like keeping this style of hands. We open up with the forest versus a black, confront the assault, play Druid of the Cowl, we can play two things next turn, black and blue. The opponent can I was about to say that the opponent could be using things such as counter spells, but then we have these. I think I'm going to play this plus the Field Creeper. We go white. I don't know. I'm not familiar with all the types of board clears that could happen in the game. I actually opened up a very powerful white removal that reads exile all permanents. except all the legendaries. So it's a 5 mana sorcery, exiling all the permanents that are not legendary. That's a very, very strong removal card. I have to update my knowledge. Can't be blocked except by spirits, and well, we can get a number of spirits with this spell. We can also target this. I don't think that's a good idea. Let's just play the Flayer, take the damage if the opponent decides to attack. We're going to leave behind the Field Creeper. Play it safe. We don't know what sort of removal the opponent can use. Now we have 2 cards in hand, the opponent has 5, and we just would love to draw more things. I love to draw more cards. If I try to use this on the guy, it gets immediately sacrificed, but I want to save this for a real threat. This is not too scary. It's a ghost, of course, but who's scared of ghost? Spirit Pirate. Now that can be more problematic. He's going to tap my mana dorks, okay? I could have tapped them for mana, but that really doesn't do much for me. Okay, 2 lifelink. This guy is a flyer, and we are not going to block the guy with the Pegasus. So here probably just this. Plus lifelink sounds about right. Going to attack with these 2. Flying. I could have sent. Yeah, I should have. I have to learn all these new cards. Probably they are not new, but I could have given flying to my 2/1 and hit the opponent for 2 more points of damage. If I lose this game because I'm missing 2 points of damage, I'm going to greatly regret not having read properly the effect of the Pegasus. Give me your strength, Pegasus. No, don't steal my hostage taker. He snatches away one of my things. He needs to pay 2 mana to play that one. Hostage taker. Darn it. So if we can we recover? No, we don't get to recover that. So here we have the option to save mana for confront the assault, unless the opponent steals the Dread of the Cult. So that's a lot of that's too risky. So we just want to maybe attack with the Creeper. Let's attack with the Lifelinker. Let's play this. Let's save the mana. Let's see what the opponent has in store for us. This is too expensive to be playing right now. We are 4 versus 3, but our creatures are very weak as they are. We can ambush this guy. Ah, I know you. You were supposed to help me. Look at her. So she, the captain in this picture, isn't the same one as here. What happened? Well, I'm not. They look very similar. Not sure if they are the same. Okay, we are going to kill this guy and this. I'm not sure if this is the right move here, but I'm a bit worried about letting the opponent having too many creatures. Apparently he has some instant or some effect. He can pay the mana for this. No, not really. Destroys this guy. So we've lost one of these, but also the opponent had to spend a murder into a colorless guy. We're going to draw something. Could be worst. This could be worst. Okay. Let's see what's happening here. It would seem that the opponent has some trick. Why is he attacking? This looks like a trap, but we're going to take it. We block with this life linker. We're back at 18. Let's see. Yeah, that's why. That's a nice blue spell that I don't have, or well, I chose not to pursue getting more powerful cards. Of course, I like the challenge of using bad cards. Well, these cards are not bad, they're just underpowered. Okay, it just bounces back one of the creatures to my hand. It's not too problematic. Should I draw first? If I play this, maybe get a tap down land, and I can play the elves. I think I'm playing the elves for sure. This is 3-1. Let's go ramping. Oh, look at this! Good thing we did that. Get a forest just in case. More ramping. No attackers. Here the opponent could attack with the 3-2. So far we haven't found any of our biggies, which on the one hand is a nice thing, because we got to a large amount of mana here. 6 lands plus these 2 mana dorks. Why is this one attacking? We don't know. He probably has a way to buff all these guys. We're going to take this one here. I don't know what's up. so we only lost one of our creatures, and the opponent lost one of the pirates. What is going to happen? We took 3, and we gained 1 with the lifelink. So what's going on? Another one. Okay. Now there are 2 of them. Can I draw one of my biggies, please? An angel, a dinosaur, the mammoth. 3 mana, 3/2 flare, another bound. Let's see, what do we get here? Forest. Let's not complain too much about that. Enchant this one. And this is a better blocker than the mana dorks. I should have tapped. I have to learn how do I tap. Maybe I should have activated this before. Yeah. What are the help? There is no help in the game. Okay, these are going to strike us for 6. We are taking care of the flyers, but if we don't find a large guy, we are not in a good spot. I need help. I need some help. That can be helpful. No, just wait until the opponent has another one of these. Okay, I can also do some blocks and draw a card. So no attackers here. Maybe I should. Yeah, I should have attacked with the lifelink. I need to. As you may appreciate, I'm not too used to this system yet and all my new cards. I could have attacked with the chaplain and gain 1 more point of life. The opponent should be at 14, not at 16. Mistakes and misplays all over the place. Draw an additional card. Finally! The one that we were waiting for. Now, this is with this. I can again. Why are you tapping the? Well, it makes sense if you want to attack. I don't know. Send this. 1 attacker for 5, and we have. Do you have your own vigilance or not? Okay. I don't know. Okay. So this guy can counter the rapid bite. But I think the opponent is pretty much dead unless he's saving the murder. Should I draw to see if I have? Well, it only kills the Serra's Guardian. I don't know. Let's kill that guy. The only one that can block the Serra's Guardian. He can count if he pays 1 blue and sacrifice this. He prevents me from gaining 1 life point. It really doesn't matter. Okay, 8 mana for 8 fly. I think this is underpriced, but it has double white, so we should take that into account. Attack, you go, and that's a little damage. 8 plus 5. And we did it. Good, well done. Yeah, but in reality we were lucky, and that should be it. So I don't know when I'm going to do another video of Magic Duels. As you probably are aware, I'm also doing some videos about Hearthstone, which I am really enjoying. It has its perks. Sometimes it feels similar to Magic, sometimes it feels like pretty chaotic, but anyways, I hope you enjoyed this, and hopefully we get to see lots of videos both of Hearthstone and Magic. So until next time, sayonara.